Hi, I'm Steven Mather. I'm an instructor here at Guitarcraft Academy, Nashville, and I'm going to show you how to adjust a truss rod. A truss rod is a metal rod that is inside the neck to adjust the amount of bow in the neck. And it's important for playability of the instrument. If the truss rod is out too far and there's too much bow this way, the action's going to get really high and it's going to be really difficult to play. If the neck is bowed this way, if it's too tight, it's going to buzz. What you want is a little bit of what's called relief, a little bit of bow that gives you space for this string to swing, but also is small enough where it's not going to make the action really, really high. The action is the height on the strings, the amount of space between the bottom of the string and the frets. So truss rod access. On this guitar, you have it here at the end of the headstock. From time to time, you'll see it at the end of the heel. You'll see it down here on the other end. The first thing I do before I adjust the truss rod is look down the side of the neck. I want to sight the edge. What I'm looking at is the edge of the fingerboard here, because that will give me a read on how much bow is in the neck and what the neck is doing. And what you're doing is looking at the string also, because your string is serving as a straight edge. So you have a straight line with the string, and then the neck is an arc. When I sight down the neck, I hold the body instead of holding the end of the neck. When you hold the end of the neck, what that does is it puts weight on the neck and you won't get an accurate read. So what I'll do while I'm adjusting the neck is I'll put a capo on the first fret. I'm going to fret the neck to body joint. The neck to body joint is where the neck meets the body. So I'll fret close to there. I have a space in between, in the middle of the neck. That's what I'm looking for, is that gap. What I usually do is, since I have the first fret, I'll figure out where the neck to body joint fret is, and I'll go to about the middle. And that's the amount of relief you have. Again, you're using the string as a straight edge. From there, what I'm going to use is a feeler gauge. So you want around 10/1000ths of an inch. It can vary anywhere from close to flat or a little bit more. So this is about the halfway point right here at the 7th fret. I'm going to slide that in between the string and the top of the fret. And I'm going to look how much space there is here. And there's a lot of space in between. So what I'm going to do is tighten the truss rod, and that's going to bring this section of the neck forward. When adjusting your truss rod, you want to make sure not to over tighten it. If you over tighten it, what can happen is if you really crank on it, you can lift the end of the fingerboard. You can break your neck, essentially. So if it feels like it's fighting you a little bit, be careful. So I've tightened it up, so I've turned it right. What I'm going to do now is put the capo on the first fret, fret the neck to body joint here, and slide this feeler gauge in between the fret and the string. And I'm using my finger to tap to see how much space there is in between. There's a hair of a gap still, so I'm not quite there yet, but it's gotten a lot closer. I can feel that the action is lowered right through here because the neck isn't bowed as much. As you adjust the truss rod, the strings will go out of tune, and it's important to tune it back up before you check with the feeler gauge. Because if you don't have the proper tension on the strings, you're not getting an accurate read on the neck. You may have to go back and forth quite a few times, or sometimes just a little quarter turn can do it. It really depends on how far out the neck is. Now that the truss rod's been adjusted, the action through the middle of the neck is much more manageable. So from here, if the guitar has been set up, it should play properly.
Thanks for watching the video. To learn more about Guitar Craft Academy Nashville, please visit nashville.mi.edu. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or call 615-333-9423.